I'm Scott L. Miller. It's the 8th of December, 2022, and this is my vlog of daily life in León, Nicaragua. Whew, it is Thursday. This week is nuts because it is La Grita, which is one of the biggest celebrations in Nicaragua, and it is a León celebration, so it's really, really big here. And it is the celebration of, I believe, a hermit, but might have been a priest who did a pilgrimage and stopped the volcano from erupting and destroying the city several hundred years ago. And it's a giant party. And we had the big thing at the beach last night. So this morning I was alone in the house. The fireworks have been going for 48 hours, which is absolutely insane. It's not nearly as bad today though. And so I've been taking care of the dogs, and I really wanted to go party at the beach. I wanted to participate in all the La Grita stuff because I do enjoy it. Like, it's a lot of fun, and I could not at all. I was under so much stress. We had so much stuff going on, really nervous about things at work, and so I was in the office working like mad all day today. Plus I'm behind on videos, so I'm trying pretty hard to get at least some amount of catch up going there. But at the end of the day, work went well. It seems like the things I was really nervous about are resolved. A little bit loud out here. And a small amount of catch up on the video is happening, so very happy about that. Our really big news today is we did actually get our internet hooked up. This is after all the work we did over the last couple days trying to figure out how to get internet access. That was hooked up today. Claro came out to the new house, hooked up. We now have 250 meg down and unfortunately only 30 meg up. We will talk about that probably yesterday. But we now have that, so we're able to schedule the move to the new house, and we're able to go there and use things as needed. Unfortunately, they're playing a lot of loud music out here, so I don't know how much I can stay here in the street where I'm talking. And I was all excited because I was like, oh, I'm just walking this way, I'll be able to do the video. And no, loud music, because it is a holiday. This is pretty much everything's closed today. So it was not, it's actually a pretty chill day. The big party is last night, and today is more like the relaxing day around town. I'm gonna go walk all the way around the block to get away from that music, but it's a nice walk. And my foot, some of you do follow, and my foot is definitely not perfect, but it feels like, this is a brave statement, it feels like it has moved into a generally steady state. Part of that is I've gotten really used to it, so I am partially babying it and walking on it differently than I used to without noticing, and so that is creating that I don't have the pain that I did, but it is healing dramatically. I am out and about walking a lot more, as you guys have noticed, and it's not bothering me. Right, I will sometimes get a twinge. I feel like I've got a pinched nerve or something, but who cares about a pinched nerve as long as there's no actual damage. That's all it feels like at this point, but it does get some really painful, weird twinges, but that's to be expected. And of course, the toes are out of place, but I did have this really severe soft tissue damage, which I've talked about a ton because I've had this since May. But it is at this point, this past week, maybe 2 weeks, it has really noticeably improved. And a shout out to the Maronite monks in, I think, Framingham, Massachusetts, or near there, who have had my foot as a major prayer item at the monastery for the last 2 weeks. And coincidence or not, there it is. But I am generally walking significantly better now and able to get out and get much more of a show for you guys. I think someone asked about this wall on a recent episode, because I do like filming by this wall. This is a school. And I think that's what they said. I have to go back and watch the episode where they made the comment and double check that this is the wall they meant. But if it is, this is a school. So just in case you're watching this and I forgot that, yes, that's the Sacred Heart of Jesus High School, Colegio. So we're really excited that the internet is in. I get a very yellow vibe on my face when I get close to this wall. The internet is in. Paul did that this afternoon. He ran out and sat at the house. And we have television now, which we've never had here in Nicaragua before, even when we lived here before. So that is going to be kind of interesting, that we're going to be able to watch Nicaraguan television, and I'll be telling you about that once I have access to it. So I mentioned it's Claro. And our download speed is excellent, like really good. I think the fastest we've ever had, no matter where we've lived. It's the fastest. It's almost twice the speed of what we had download in the United States, but the upload is a tiny fraction. So we're thinking about maybe getting a second line so I can have a dedicated upload line for the show, and then and then the other line, because I upload so much, it actually completely kills the internet connection when I'm uploading, and I upload constantly all day, so it's a bit of a problem. So like I said, I was working all day, very, very busy. I was just sequestered in the office effectively, but I'm feeling much better. There was just so much stuff going on yesterday, and we've gotten that kind of done. Now I'm going to show this. Some of these decorations you may see in the background, these are, and the camera died once again. So what I was saying is those are the decorations for La Grita. They look a lot like Christmas decorations. They're lights, and I mean, they're basically Christmas decorations. And I think in most cases they've co-opted Christmas decorations for the event, but you see a ton of that at this time of year. Some Christmas decorations are already up. A lot of people have Christmas trees, so there's some overlap, and then right after this it's going to be all Christmas decorations. So you start to see that. You got just a moment of that before the camera freaked out and died on me, so I apologize that is what happened. So after last night, so I worked. I didn't get to go to the beach, like I said. Everyone who came back from the beach was like, it kind of got a second wind, right? They worked all night. And then ended up napping this morning or early afternoon at the beach. So I didn't see anybody. And then this evening, they went out to dinner, and I had so much work to do. I'm like, there's no way I can make it to dinner. I just can't do it. So they ended up going to Sua in Leon, not at the beach, and brought me back pizza for me. I have to cough. I have one of those little bugs flew down my throat. Sorry about that. They brought me back half a pizza, gorgonzola, and I can't remember what it is. Really delicious pizza. I love that pizza. And dinner for the kids. The kids love the shrimp croquettes and hummus. So we got that for them, got them all set. And once I had dinner, took care of the kids, walked the dogs, and did all that stuff, then I was able to finally go out and join the people who wanted to go out later tonight. So we started off going to Gecko's, which is, I got some video of it. Gecko's is one of the big nightclubs, but it's one that leans a lot more towards table service and occasionally people dancing with a lot of live music, as opposed to 23 Bar, where we often go, which is less table. It's more people. It's like dance floor and DJ. But they're owned by the same place. A lot of similar vibe. All the food and stuff basically overlaps. But depending on the time of night you want to go before there's dancing, you like to go to Gecko's because you get some snacks or you get some drinks and you watch a live band. And the band tonight was excellent music. I really like. So that was really cool. And I got some shorts of that as well as what we have on the show. So I'll show that real quickly. Hopefully I remember to show it, and then we went out once we were kind of like, I feel like dancing, and we don't want to be out too late. Everybody was tired. I mean, I got 1 hour of sleep last night. Most of them got none, but napped, and I know it's going to be, we're going to be busy coming up the next few days, so didn't want to push it too hard, but we went to 23 Bar and danced probably until about midnight. I came back early, everyone else stayed out. For about a week, I've been having a lot of, I think it's acid reflux or sour stomach or whatever. It's kind of a sharp pain in my stomach. It's not dramatic, but being out and having a few drinks kind of exacerbated it. And I decided it just wasn't a good idea, was not worth it. And so you just came back home so I could get water and get to bed because I need to get a little bit of sleep and catch up. So that was our day. We did have a nice night out, even though it was not a lot. The event on the beach did not have nearly as many people as we would have liked, but can't always be helped. And we're now into the mindset, since we have our internet hooked up, now we're just into moving mode. So it's just a matter of figuring out when we can get the movers scheduled and get us in there with enough time for us to do it. So that is where we are. Please remember to like and subscribe, ask your questions, put your comments below. If you'd like to support the channel, buy me a coffee. If you have any ideas for the show, I know some people have asked for music. Absolutely, I want to do that. I'm still playing catch up. Hopefully in a few days, we'll be ready to be able to come up with some cool stuff like that for you. And share on social media. Tell your friends about the show. I will see all of you tomorrow.